Hi, I'm Thomas, and today I'll be interviewing the famous number pi. Nice to meet you, Pi. How are you doing this evening? I'm doing very well. Thank you, Thomas. I'm glad to hear it. Well, alright, let's jump right into this interview. I know you're famous, but I don't know much about you, so why don't you start off by telling us a little bit about yourself? Well, as many of you may know, my name is Pi. I represent the number 3.1415926, and so on. I never actually end because I am an infinite number. Well, that sounds cool, but why exactly are you famous? Well, that's a great question, and the answer is I'm used in many equations that are essential to your everyday life. What kind of equations? And how can an equation be essential to my everyday life? I thought the last time I needed equations was on my ACT. Well, actually, I'm very important. I represent the ratio of a circle's diameter to its circumference, which means I'm the number that is used to find the circumference and the area of a circle. How many of you drove cars here?
Me.
Good. That's what I expected. Well, I was used to make the wheels that your car drove on to get here. I was also used for many other things such as pulleys in an elevator system, arched door frames, or even spaceships, and all kinds of mathematics. Wow, I never realized how important you were. How did you even come around? How did someone discover you? Well, that's an interesting story. A long time ago, roughly 4,000 years ago, although no one is sure the exact date, the Babylonians and the Egyptians both tried to figure me out. And they got close. But it wasn't until Archimedes from Syracuse, Italy came along that I was truly discovered and put into use. So it was Archimedes who figured you out. Wow, what a brain he must have had. How did he even figure such a number like you out? Well, that is a great question, and it comes with a very complicated answer. Here, I'll do my best to explain for you in a way that you can understand. To understand how he did it, we first have to understand a few terms. Inscribed. This is a regular polygon inscribed in a circle. Regular polygon has equal sides and equal angles. Circumscribed. This is a regular polygon circumscribing a circle. Now that that is out of the way, I can explain to you how I was discovered. Archimedes found the area of two right triangles, one inscribed in a circle and the other circumscribing the circle. He found the area of these two triangles using Pythagorean theorem. This theorem was founded by Pythagoras. Let's bring Pythagoras in to explain. Hello everyone, and thank you for my introduction. My theorem seems difficult, but let's just slow down and break it down, for it is quite simple. My theorem states that a squared plus b squared equals c squared, where a is equal to the base of the triangle, b is equal to the side perpendicular to the base, and c is equal to the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is the side that is across from the 90-degree angle. My theorem was discovered through a long geometric proof that splits one right triangle into two right triangles and uses the theorems of congruent angles and sides to prove that the sum of the legs is equal to the hypotenuse. And knowing this, we can find the area of a triangle even if we don't have the base and the height. Thank you, Pythagoras. Now, back to you, Pi. Now, where did I leave off?
How were you founded?
Right. Thank you. Once Archimedes had found the area of the inscribed polygon and the polygon circumscribing the circle, he had a range. He knew that I must be in between 3 and 1/7 and 3 and 10/71, which is my famous number, 3.14, so on. Well, that was a lot of math, but I think I understand. Now, before we wrap up this interview, I have a few more questions. You stated earlier that you were in many equations. Well, which equations are you used in? The main two equations I'm used in are circumference of a circle and area of a circle, which are circumference equals pi times diameter, and area equals pi times radius squared. We'll conclude with that. Thank you, Pi, and